everyone. You may have heard of Flippity before. Flippity is an online website that has a multitude of different platforms for you to create different engaging activities for your kids, anywhere from the common everyday flashcards to a quick name picker for a game or a set of questioning you're doing. They have a virtual breakout room, but one of the newer ones that they've added is very trendy, which I thought was kind of neat, and I wanted to share it with you if you hadn't seen it already. And if you have heard of it before, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go ahead and Google it real quick after I say the name so you can see what I'm talking about. But you may have heard of the online game Wordle being the new craze for right now, which it gives you a new word each day, and it's a 5-letter word, and you have to try to successfully guess the word in the shortest amount of guesses as possible. This particular website, flippity.net, has created their own version. Now, I like this for a reason. Number one, this would be amazing as an opener for your classes, or even possibly an exit ticket as well about a major topic. Maybe you're introducing a particular unit of study, or you are looking at also integrating particular forms of language. Any of those would apply. Maybe it's even a new math term for my math people out there. It's super easy, fun, and easily put into your day to keep your kids engaged and having fun inside a class. Okay, so it shows this. I will warn you right here, you do have an advertisement for pop-up. Never click on these things right here. It's trickery, sheer trickery, so please stay away from those. But if you'll go down here, they put some samples in there for you, but you don't need to do that. Just type in your word that you want to use. Now, in my case, I'm going to pick the word gravity. Gravity. If you notice something, my little Wordle fans out there might say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute, you can only have 5 letters. Not the case in Flippity's version. You can have more than 5 letters, which again opens up the possibilities of what you could do with this inside the classroom. You could even retitle it if you wanted to. You can have more than one word. You can generate a whole list of different Wordles if you'd like to. And then you simply click the generate button. Now, if I move too fast for you, that's no problem. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page and it will tell you how it works in terms of the game, but I want to show you so you can see a little bit more of a visual as well. And I encourage you to play around with this and see if it's something that might work for you in your classroom. So you will see, instead of the traditional Wordle of 5 letters, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 letters. So I'm not limited to 5, which is great. So now what happens on the student end of things, okay, on the student end, what's going to essentially go on is they're going to come in here and they're going to take a guess right here across the top. So they click on the green box down at the bottom. They need to think of a 7-letter word. I'm going to choose abandon. A-B, and I can't spell. N-D-O-N, abandon. And let's see what happens when I click the green button. This is my first guess. Perfect. This is what this tells me. That green says that there's an A in the word, and that's the exact spot that the A goes in. So when the kids get ready to guess their next option of what the word is, they know that the 3rd letter, or my 3rd letter, it's going to be an A. And if you think about it, my word was gravity, right? So now they have to keep going with that, and they've got to try to think of a word that the 3rd letter is an A. You could have even put them into flexible grouping for this, and they could work together on small teams. You could even have a class competition of who can solve it the fastest. So it's a pretty good little application that you could certainly use inside of your classroom. Let's say a student is way off and they're not understanding. Here's what will happen if they type in the letter that does not match up underneath. Click your check mark. Oh, that's okay. Guess what? Look at the yellow who pops up. That means there's an A in my word, there's an R in my word, but they're just not in the right spot. So that tells my student, uh-oh, I got to get my A back over here. So yellow means that letter is in the word, but it's not in the right location. So they have to think about swapping them around. So they got all those chances to guess. Now let's just say you're ready to share this online with your students. You want them to check it out. If you'll come down here to this weird looking symbol, it actually means share. When you click on it, it's got several options. You can push it out through email, through a QR code, or you can through well, you could do it through Google Classroom if you were on Google Classroom, but here's what I want. I want the link right there. So I'm going to highlight it, copy it, and then I'll put it in my classroom. Let's see what happens. Okay, here is the assignment Wordmaster that I just generated. I put it inside of a student's classroom on Teams. I actually put it in as an assignment, but if you wanted to, you could actually just put it inside of the stream itself, and kids could access it as a warm-up when they walk into their room. And when they click on the link, this is exactly what they'll see. I did prep my students by telling them this is where you need to type the green box. I think by default and to no fault of their own, students want to go up to the box themselves and click on them and try to type inside of them. So it might get confusing. So I told them you have to go to the green box at the bottom, think of the word that you want to use, and then type it in. The last thing I'll warn you is this, is that yes, there's cheaters in the world. Yes, they're going to go online and look up 7-letter words. But here's what they're doing. They're trying. They're wanting to succeed. They're trying. And even though it may not be the best thing, you may have to have an ethics conversation just a little bit. At least they're engaged. They're wanting to participate and they're having a good time. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a great day.